everybody, I want to show you this. I'm liking it. This is the painting from yesterday's video, but after I turned the camera off, I went through it with more white because it was too heavy. It had like these dark areas, but all over. So I softened it up quite a bit. And then I started putting the dots in, and I love the dots. They are painstakingly difficult and time-consuming, but I love them. And I kind of wish I had varnished the piece before I did the dots and varnished it in a matte, because the dots I added Liquitex pouring medium to that paint so they're shiny. So since this is going in my own home, I may just not varnish it at all. Because I know it's just going to go on my wall and nothing's, going to happen to it. So I got all this out ready to do, and then I ended up calling my mom because I had a thought I had to share with her. And then we ended up, I was like, I only have a second because then I go on to paint. And then we ended up on the phone for like 20 minutes. And I totally forgot what I was going to do with this canvas, and then I thankfully remembered. There we go. But the funniest was that the phone cut out, because in my basement I have horrible connection. The phone cut out, and I'm talking and talking and talking, and then finally I'm like, Mom? And she's not there, and then the phone rings, and it turns out neither one of us, because then she goes, I said, what was the last thing you heard me say? And she says, I'm like, oh my God, I was talking to myself for like a minute and a half. And she was talking to herself that same time, which means that both of us were talking over each other, which we do. So that was comical. Alrighty. So I'm going to do, I will show you the inspiration piece, which is a recent video that I use silicone, and I will use the straw. And yeah, I love the lightness as it goes out. It will be more of a challenge on this tiny canvas. I just have to remember to use a lot less paint. So I'm going to add treadmill silicone to the white paint that I'm going to put next to the colors. 1, 2, 3. And I'm not as hesitant about using the silicone right now because I already have decided I am not putting resin on my canvases anymore. I'm not putting it in the colors, I'm putting it in the white. So I'm going to stir that up. There is a chunk in here somewhere, but I don't know. Oh, I just found it. Come on out. Because when I was squeezing it out of here, and it clogged, and then came out. So this is Dutch Boy paint. I have it next to me right now, so I can show it to you. I haven't shown it in a while. So there it is. And I add Floetrol and water. Okie-doke. Ow, I'm squashed. Okay. This is thick. I'm actually going to water it down a touch. Whoops. Ugh. No, it doesn't want to mix. But while I'm mixing, I have paint mixing videos. In the video description is the Amazon link. That'll take you to this tray and these bars that I use. It's a washing machine pan. The MDF that I use cannot be found. I have that cut personally, but like Lowe's and Home Depot and stuff, they will cut MDF for you. I don't think they will cut it like how my guy does, you know, in individual pieces. But it occurred to me that I am sure there's a lot of shop teachers in high schools that do this like mine does as a second gig. Like my guy does a lot of those cutouts of objects, things for those front door hangers that are so popular. He has a woman that he'll cut hundreds of those out for her. I don't know if she owns one of those shops or what, but so, you know, that's worth a shot, especially if you got a kid in high school. That makes it easier connection. I don't know how else if you would just like go up to a shop teacher and ask, but because he uses, what is that, CDC router, so he doesn't even have to do anything. He just programs it. So this is ultramarine and Payne's Gray. And then this is Artist Loft Brilliant Magenta, and it's almost all gone because remember the other day I spilled it all. So yeah, a shop teacher might be a good one to ask. I'm trying to think how else. You know what? I bet there's people at Menards, Home Depot, etc. that do these things on the side. I bet there are. Because I think a sheet of MDF costs $20 maybe. And I am paying my guy a bit more than 20 bucks for all my pieces. So, you know, it's nice side money for him. I'm going to... I feel like the water is sitting on top of this, which is not good if it is. So I got a lot of white still with that silicone, so I guess I'm gonna have to use that. I'll first hit it with a straw. That movement's very good. That's what I want to see. And I'm glad I thinned out the white because the white would have been thicker than the colors and that would not have been good. It would have been harder to get it to move. That's cool. All of it. So I didn't paint yesterday. Yesterday was the first night of Hanukkah. I went to a party at one of the women's house that I went to Israel with. And it was the coolest Hanukkah party ever. She had a DJ and photo booth. Oh my God, it was so much fun. And all the, like, kids, tons of, it was just fun. Good times. I'm not really sure about this anymore because I don't think I really thought about how much paint I had on here. I may as well just toss the rest of this on. This is an 8x8 canvas, and this cup was 3 ounces. And had I not dumped some out, so just if you're curious as to how many ounces, I don't know if you are, but usually I don't know how much paint I use, but in that case I do, since it was separate. And if you check out my Instagram, it's at Osborne76, you'll see a family picture of us from last night, which is actually going to be like 4 days ago. I'm trying to get some videos, a couple stockpiled, because I really need to get going on doing stuff for my show. And I don't like doing that part, you know, like I need to make all the name tags for the art and make up an inventory, price everything, make sure I have a lot of stuff that doesn't even have hanging stuff on the back yet, because I've just been hanging it on nails. So I've got a lot to do. But I have roped in, I've got some friends that are going to help with setup, hopefully. Because I think it's going to be an all hands on deck. I want to get the whole show set up and on December 29th, Saturday. So I want everything to be up that day. And then my actual opening is on January 8th, Tuesday night. I just can't believe it's almost here. I mean, I booked it or applied for it or whatever in summer of 16. So, a year and a half ago. Paint is not wanting to stick, and I think it is because of the silly resin. But once it dries, because like right now I can see canvas, but once it dries, it'll take care of itself. But there's still that kind of, why am I seeing canvas? And I know some of you deal with that same thing, so just know that it will go away when it dries. Now let's see what happens. Lots and lots of cells. Ew, some of these are the weird ones. Like, they're like weird shaped. This bit is really weird. Don't really like it. Sometimes, especially with silicone, the colors in the white kind of, God, I don't know the right word. It's almost like the color breaks down. And it looks, I don't even know how to explain it, but that's what was happening here. Was the white was coming up too much and the color was all broken apart. Almost kind of pixelated looking. So now I'm just trying to avoid that. Going to need a light torching. Oops. Yeah. All right. Nose is itching. Okay. Very cool. I like the colors. Reach over here and grab ya. Okay. Don't get dizzy. Voila. Ooh, whoa, that made me dizzy. Apologies. So here it is. I love that area. That's pretty cool. It's kind of like a smoky, the blue and the magenta kind of made for a smoky color. And then I love how the yellow's peeping out on this side. So thank you so much for watching, and I will catch y'all next time. Bye.